a vlog video, another one for today, or should I say first one of the day. Uh, First one of the day, this style, right? I was driving yesterday, passed by this condominium. Uh, it's been like what? It's been for like a year, something like maybe 2 years. I remember I used to go to this bar, and it was just building it. Except it's right next to an airport. Now I'm about a mile and a half, 2 miles from an airport. It's a small airport, but they do have helicopters, and the helicopters are really loud. They're really loud because they start the engine, they sit there. I guess they gotta warm it up or something like that. Even when they land, it's very loud, and it's just right next. I mean, there's a little fence. You could jump it. Actually, you could jump it if you want, but the airport is right next to it. Uh, even if you put tall pine trees, maybe it would do some noise, but not too much. I just always wonder, like, why would anyone want to live there? That's the first thing I always wondered. And now I see cars that like people actually, they actually live there and stuff. They bought the place, the apartments, the condos, whatever, right? But I was driving past that to the to the liquor store, and I saw a Lamborghini in the middle, a Porsche SUV, and a BMW SUV. They were really nice, expensive, $60,000 and over. Well, I mean, oh, right. It wasn't a Lamborghini, I think it was a Ferrari. I think it was. But I mean, either way, it's like, how many people actually know those cars, have experience with them? That's one thing, and enjoy them. But also, I was thinking, what if, people didn't know they were expensive and they were in, that popular amongst people? Because a lot of people know, oh, he got a Beamer, or he has a Ferrari, or a Lambo, a Lamborghini, right? Different way to say, but it doesn't matter. You see it, you're like, wow, that's a nice car. Yeah, but what if it was the same design, same features, and it had a different name? Or maybe it had the same name, but just didn't have the repertoire of of what it is. If it just wasn't so popular, trendy, and let's say it was like 15 grand. I mean, I'll be skeptical too. That's very cheap, especially for that. Not so much the exterior wise, the Porsche and the BMW. Kind of would, but especially that car. I'll be very shocked. But let's say it was like what, 25, 30 grand. Would people have a concept of it, like, would they even go to look up the specs? Would they know the body, understand the body? Would they know how to drive it? Would the people, or actually, would those people would even want to buy it? Or let's say maybe it was 50 or 60 grand, right? And then they would be skeptical about the price, but it would have the repertoire. Or is it just because it's expensive and everybody knows it? Everybody knows that when you have he has a Lambo. Oh, look, that's a Lambo. All right, but he's going 25, 35 miles an hour. All right, that car is it's a very much a racetrack car. Not only that, yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it, but I'll be somewhere like in the mountains, somewhere with trails, maybe. I don't know, a track too. It's just that those cars personally never fascinate me. They are great cars. When I was a kid, I had a poster of a Ferrari Diablo. A red Ferrari Diablo. It was weird though. Later, I was like, the fact that it's called Diablo, I didn't want it anymore. I was creeped out. But I didn't think it was that great. I didn't think it was that awesome of a car. And the poster. That's another story. My dad actually hung it up in our bedroom / living room, because we had like a really small apartment. So I used to sleep there on the couch, and he'd actually hang it up above me. It was creepy and disturbing, but I like Porsches, the 911s, except the 93 to 95 model. I had a replica of a 95 Porsche 911 Carrera. something like that, convertible, which I didn't like it, but it was a nice, it was green, and someone got that for me, you know. And Donna told me it's from Santa Claus. She never told me who or something like. It doesn't matter, but I actually love the body. I like Volkswagen Corrados. They're called Sirocco's or something like that. Sirocco. That's another name for it. The one in Europe, I believe. You know, but I really like that. Um, what if it was $150,000 and people started talking about it and put it in magazines? Would everybody want to get one too? You know, because I haven't seen a Corrado, and they stopped making them, at least in my knowledge, 95 or 96. I seen one the other day, a couple weeks ago. It's beat up, bruised, it's hurt. It's really nice. Forest green. I don't know how much a guy wants it, since it's a guy, right? Flat tires and all, dirty. I get it, he doesn't use it anymore. Interiors, you know, it's been through something. I don't care. I just want the body, you know, the body of the car. The specs are okay, but I think it could have a stronger engine maybe or something like. Maybe I would change it, you know. But point is, how much trendy is something that people get on it. It's creepy and disgusting, you know. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a big Ferrari or Lamborghini fan anymore too. You know, they are great, but I actually like Toyota Celica. People just, there's not too many of them. There were. People love Toyota Supras for some reason. They are nice, you know. It's like those cars get passed around. People that race, people that do something with them, they see them too. You know, but what about there's just so many different cars out there. A buggy, you know. I see one really beautiful, and it just sits there like, you know, I don't want to say hurt, but abandoned. You know, it's just like, you know, that's not trendy for you. It's not worth that much money to you. It's not what it's never been in a movie. It has, but it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful car. You know, it's just that people have. I don't think people have a concept of what's decent, nice, better or efficient or anything like that. They just go along with the flow because it's a repertoire thing. You know, oh, he got a Beamer. Oh, he got a Mercedes. And, you know, people like to show that off to a certain extent, you know? Because they have that a nice BMW sticker, like, step on the gas. Wow. Really? You know, I had to have a memory of somebody just destroying this little racers and stuff because they were running their mouths. Yeah. I mean, I'm not into racing. I like to drive, but I'm very comfortable with it, and I try not to be reckless. You know, I'm not reckless. You know, but that's one thing. Also, it's like, you know, do people have a concept of how to drive, let's say a manual? Let's say you get a Ferrari and I'm pretty sure, I hope it's not automatic. Or maybe the one was like my mother's SUV, a Tripatronic, whatever, like a semi-auto. That's just, for Ferrari, that's pretty disgusting and corny. It really is. I mean, or another thing, Chevy Camaros, they're automatics. I used to work with a kid, he had one. He said, you'll get used to it. And then, you know, the windshield is like this. Or, I'm exaggerating, but you gotta sit up like that. You can't see you know, I guess it's a racing car, so it's just made for the track or something like that. But, you know, I can't see through the rear view. I can only see on the side mirrors. And, you know, yeah, I mean, I get used to it, but kind of like the 70s, Camaros from the 70s. You know, those are beautiful. What about Chevy Nova? Chevelle? Because people, not the group, they don't know what they are. They don't know what the car is. They didn't even drove one. Drove one years ago and like a gasket fell apart and they were stranded on the highway or something. Why do you call yourself Chevelle then? Because it's a muscle car because the cool kids had it. It was strong, macho man, and you want to be like them? Yeah. And they say, well, that's the of America. That's the showmanship of America. A muscle car that just, I mean, it does sound nice, but, you know, you don't like it. So why would you, you know, call yourself that or try to represent something like that? It's like, you know, somebody says, yeah, Ferrari, man, yeah, that Porsche SUV, yeah. You like it? Nah, not really. So we fantasize. So we obsessed or like you know, so much moved by it. Then why do you care for it? Why do you want to have it then? Because it's cool, right? You want to be cool. All right, be fucking cool. It's just creepy to me. Very creepy. People like that are creepy. Like I don't want nothing to do with those people. I would love to, dismantle them with some words and ridicule them. It's like, why would you do that? It's like, I was gonna put this on. It's like somebody insinuated that there's somebody out there who thinks this is just gay or stupid. Well, you know what? It serves its purpose. Except, I might start doing this at night because, my beard. The thing is when I go to sleep, it does get I don't want to say scuffed up, but it gets it's gets all messed up, for lack of better words. And it's like I'm not doing this because I want to be trendy and cool. I mean, I like the way I look. I'm confident with it. I'm happy with the way I am. Much more happier than years ago. Much more happier. I've thinned down, and I'm living the life that I always wanted to live. But I was held down and manipulated and felt like I didn't deserve it. So I don't care whether you think it's cool or stupid because you don't have a brain or a mind. You're a follower. Chances are you do what everybody else does. Probably people with Hardys who don't even enjoy that. They just drive straight. And I get it. I'm not a big Harley fan. I don't know I made a video about which bike I saw. It might have been a Harley. I don't know. I don't know if it was modified. It was really cool. Like 9 or 12 grand or something like that. Around 10 grand. And it was like, it was a little bit older. I was like, I don't care. I will take it. Gladly take that. I don't have to have a new shiny bike and all that stuff with, a price tag and all. And like, look at me, look what I have. Look at these. I have something very expensive. It's something that people say it's cool. I mean, that's when you should probably grow out of it or something. And now I'm starting to think, maybe people just don't grow out of that. Maybe that's how they always will be and they always are. Yeah. And by the way, those 3 vehicles were parked, and when I'm thinking about, all right, that would have a photo op, but I'm really not into the Porsche SUV. Maybe it's just me, just like it just seems like very curved and looks small, And Porsches like the 911s, yeah, they're small cars and they're very low, but that's like to my degree, it's like a race car. You have to be smooth roads or something like that, and it's probably impractical to drive every day. I mean, I would do it, but I really like that. Just the SUV, and not really turned on by it. And the BMW SUV, I heard has a lot of electrical problems. It's like they just, someone talked about the BMWs, the Beamers, they, maybe just German engineering, but they just like overdo it with a lot of stuff. That's why it's expensive too, And then you gotta think about how much are the parts? Like, do you have insurance for that? Because I had a Volkswagen. It's like they told me I have to go to a dealer or something like that. I'm not gonna do that. Like, cause you can make money or something. And it's another the Ferrari or something. It's like, yeah, it's red, but it's like I mean, all right, it's a race car right there. That's a rocket, man. I mean, I'm into like enjoying rides, taking curves, not like for lack of a word, speed demon, like that's cool, but it's exciting. There's other exciting things to do without like violating the speed limit even. It's the acceleration, popping in the gears, hitting the clutch, letting go of the clutch, or hitting the gears at the appropriate time. Just getting the gist of it. Yeah, just get more power out of the vehicle. That's the most fun. My Grand Cherokee is actually pretty fun. I didn't think I was gonna have that much fun with it. My mom's car is okay. Just only has 6 gears, manual, and the Grand Cherokee has 8. So I kind of like the Grand Cherokee a little bit better. and it feels much, much better to drive. Much better. Much more powerful, much more exciting, you know? And it's an SUV. 35 grand. Probably not even half of what each of those cars on an individual basis might be. But, you know, you guys are fucking cool. And I'm not going into personal attack. It's just that, you know, there's people drive that, wow, you know, oh, that. It's like money, money, money. Living next to a freaking airport with helicopters just landing a couple times a day. I mean, I wouldn't want all three of those cars for myself and live there. I mean, unless, you know, you sit in and you play music loud so you can't hear the choppers, right?